Hello, everyone, and welcome back to a next episode of Hates the Name Plays Monster Train. So last time we had a pretty successful run, if I recall. I'm not sure. We kind of accidentally did a Covenant Rank 4 win with the Melting Remnant. Um, and you know what? Actually, what was the minor bosses have increased attack? Okay, so now minor bosses have additional enemies. So I guess minions, huh? I think we can. This might be getting a little ahead of myself, but let's try it on rank 5, and we'll do another random. Hopefully we get something other than the melting remnant as our starting, and we did. We got the Hellhorned with the Stygian. I feel like we just recently did this, so maybe I will go ahead and immediately start over. It's not an ideal way to end a streak, a win streak. It wasn't much of one, honestly, but I do want to kind of mix it up a little bit for the views, but also for my own just kind of sanity. um, okay, so this is Stygian still, I believe, but at least we have the Awoken as our main, so that's a slight difference there. So we can run with this. And I quite like this option, starting with 4 random units in our deck on the middle floor. We're going to need to cut those train stewards, and we're going to want to um, get a whole bunch of really good units so that it has only those to pick from. I know we kind of need to do a revenge draw build sometime, but I'm not really sure how to make that tick. I think doing this with like a whole bunch of zero cost spells would actually make a lot of sense. Like low cost anyways. But considering we're gonna lose spells to our boss here, I'm kind of tempted. I'm thinking we're just gonna stick to something I'm a little more familiar and a little more comfortable with for this one. We got plenty of time to get weird with the champion builds. All right, so we're gonna start with a nice middle floor here, so I don't mind giving them. Oh, well, maybe it's not super nice, but it's a middle floor anyways. I think it's still worth putting this unit on the top here, and I'm pretty tempted to do this just to kind of save a couple of our train stewards because we don't have any left. So we kind of want this. We want these guys to survive a little longer than the first turn. This will kill 3 of them, guaranteed. This would kill just 1. Unfortunately, her being up here is not going to get any kills for us. But I mean, I could have put her down here and it would have been worse. So let's do that. We'll protect this floor. Doesn't protect her. Doesn't protect the pyre. But I think this is our kind of our strong floor for this fight anyways. We'll give her an attack so that she can murder that one. Um, we could also hit her with a restore, and I think we might want to. But if this... Oh yeah, giving this unit plus 3 HP will cause it to only... I mean, it'll take both of these units to kill it. And then this unit survives. So let's do that. And then let's hit this unit, our lady up there with the heal, Which means I didn't really need to give her that +3/+3. I probably should have used one of these instead to kill one of these units. That probably would have been the smarter play. So they're all 3 again. Oh, we like this. So she's gonna kill him and only take 1 damage, so I don't mind that too much. We're just gonna murder the front 3 like that. This'll kill both, and I think it's the only way we kill both of them. We can heal our unit for 4, but that's still only 6, so he would die. So the only way to kill them both and keep all of these units alive is like that. We've got such a small deck that we see everything super quickly. I like this. It takes out potentially all 3 of the minions. Well, 2 of them. That's still pretty good. We do probably want to get that out of our deck. Might as well start there. And I think we want to, yeah, hit her with some health. And let this play out for as much damage as we can. And now, this is the tougher spot. These are obvious choices. You're only taking 9 damage presently. And sadly, we didn't draw a single restore. That's, you know, good luck on our part. Not good joke. Whew. Alright. What are we doing? She's doing 5 damage, so if we gave another 3 HP, that does buy us another turn, which also increases our damage by another 3 per round. So we'd be getting another 9 roughly. Or we do 60 damage and accept that we're going to take 3, and I think that's our better play. I mean, that was clearly the better play. I didn't actually check the HP on that unit. Oh, this is really good with our champion, so we definitely want this. I do like the Vine Grasp as well, but given those options, it was a pretty clear choice. I like this. Although I prefer the Crypt Builder, I think. I could take this in order to facilitate any offering cards we see in the future. And I do like doing that. Although, you know, with that going on, our units are going to be more important, I think. So we're taking the middle one because I think it's pretty easy to use. This seems to be the correct choice for us. We need better units. Do we take the sweep with the frostbite, or do we take the rage gain with the incant? I think we'll take the frostbite sweep. Granted, we've kind of been burned by this unit before, and it looked similar to this actually. I do like this too. Honestly, if we could give her a multi-strike, that'd be best. So I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna reroll. If we get multi-strike, it would have been great. Not getting it means I don't think we upgrade our train stewards. They're only here until we get better. So we'll get a better unit here and here, assuming we decide to take this path. Hopefully we'll get a couple more units as card rewards as well at the end of the battle. Yeah, that's a unit draft, so we'll turn that on. I'll admit that I'm not sure we're gonna be able to handle the 10 armor before they get to the top. You have haste, huh? No, spikes. Okay. She's got enough health that she can take a few spikes hits. I think we want to set up down here with these 2 units. This is a good choice, does 15 damage, which is more than either of these. And then we might as well hit with the other one. That's very good for us. Keep this restore coming. Makes it easy when we can just play our hand out. Killing her before the spikes hits us is really nice. So she takes 1 hit from the spikes there, which is definitely tolerable. I think we do cast this right now. We hit you with a heal. And a little extra damage. Oop. 189 out of 190 and plus 10 10 Majiggers armor is the word. Still, I feel like this is going pretty well for us. This will give us like 6 rounds of regen, but that's about it. Is that enough to move the needle? It is. Alright, so we got a kill on the first floor here, so that's something going well for us. I mean, we don't mind getting more of that, or more spikes even, but I think this is the choice. It's both good damage and a good heal. We haven't really gone for Frostbite other than with her. But this is a targeted damage spell, which is something we kind of lack. Yeah, all of our stuff is either random enemy units or front enemy units, so I'll take it. This is more in line with what we were looking for, though. We need some good units. I don't think we have anything worth duplicating yet. I'll just make sure I'm not forgetting something. Nope. So this is the path to take. Oops. I don't mind getting another one of these guys, but I almost feel like this might be a better option. Just because if we summon 4 units in a row and we randomly summon 2 of these guys, they don't provide as much damage as maybe this guy could if we buff him up. Granted, we could buff him up too, but you know, with sweep, that makes it a little more significant. I think, anyways. And I mean, he has the Slay trigger, but that's going to be hard to trigger. I think it's worth giving him a shot, though. Of course, if that unit gets summoned out front, then we might be in a bit of trouble. So I like this on him. I'm not crazy about either of these for anything else. So we'll reroll. Multi-strike is great. I think we want to put it on her before we give anything to him. Just because Frostbite getting applied twice would be really nice. And, I mean, we could do that. He's already going to be kind of like 100 HP. That's already pretty good. But, I mean, that's more. Sure. Give me that. What do we have here? Ooh, the claw or the descend option. Unfortunately, yeah, this goes to the bottom floor every time, so we can't use this to set up a perfect floor, cause or like to add to the floor that's already full in the middle. But we could use it to make a unit go back through our middle floor. So I like it. My dog's saying hello. I don't know if you can hear him. Giving kisses. Hi, buddy. Okay, construct explosives. Enter with damage shields. That's definitely one of the more annoying options. Just because then we gotta hit it twice. And we don't have a lot that hits the back as is. So like normally I'd like to set these two up on the bottom again. I think that's a pretty solid setup. But it's going to deal 10 damage and then another 6 damage. We could take it and then just heal. Hopefully we get enough healing over the next couple rounds to make up for the kind of high amount of damage we end up taking from that. So unfortunately this doesn't actually do anything for us, but this does. Well, I guess this still heals her, which will damage the front unit. Yeah, getting frostbite added to that guy before he even starts, that was nice. Him putting another bomb here immediately is quite rude. Can we heal this? So this is 10 damage. That's the rest of our health. So we need 6 more health. We got 6, but only if applied right. We can kill this guy who does 4 though. So now we have enough. We do not have enough. We have just below enough. Dang. That's really unfortunate, and I think there's a good chance she goes down pretty quickly. So you'll die, but I mean, I guess we can do this to daze you. It's not amazing, but it prevents half the damage. Or we do this and hope that it kills the unit at the back. Or it killed the unit at the front. Either way, we only take 2 damage, so I guess that's okay. Let's see. Keeping you alive is important. You even can't? Oh, you do. You're gonna hit them all for a bunch, and you're only taking 2 as a result now, so I think we're good there. I think we just break this. And that's that taken care of. Dealing a bit of damage to the boss still, so that's nice. I can daze the bomb, and I know it doesn't go off if you daze it. And that does actually... Yeah, let's do that. That saves her life. And like, it'll die now. You're all done. She's got more health in this unit, but she's also more valuable. So we'll give you a heal. Make that a little easier to kill. You're both dying, so we're good. So obviously losing our champion early on was pretty bad, but we're doing our best to to kind of recoup. That's a good hit. That finishes him off. You've got some frost on you already, so I think this is a good use of our mana. Doing 9 damage, so good. Luckily for us, he's taking 2 hits. This would not make her take any more. Actually, because of the regen, yeah, she might take one more, might deal one more hit of damage, and she gets +3 damage for every time she attacks. So yeah, she's put him very close to dying. And now with 34 frost, yeah, there's no chance for this guy. Oops. So what do we want to see here? Draw 3 spells, enhance them with consume, +20 magic power, and 0 cost. Deal damage to the front enemy unit equal to 2 times the number of spells in your deck, 3 times. This would be, like, this is quite good. 32 damage 3 times, or, yeah, 3 times. But against the enemy, the final enemy, it's gonna get weaker and weaker every time we cast it. But I think we can still stand to take it right now. I think we want her. I think we do want that. Now, are we finding that we need more energy, or I would almost say yes. Capacity is probably not totally necessary because they already put 4 of our units on the floor right out the gate. And this way seems decent. I do like getting a free artifact, don't get me wrong. But we want to cut some train stewards. And adding another unit doesn't seem bad. Don't have a ton of money though, so we actually couldn't afford much. Could go this route next turn instead. Yeah, I think that's okay, because we don't have a obvious duplicate target. Yeah, we don't really have a big, clear winner for that, so let's go this way. Get some more money. Get our pyre healed back to full. And let's see, at the end of turn, frozen cards are reduced to 0. Not crazy about that. 50% chance to swap the enemy unit order? Sure. We do more damage to the front enemy units, so swapping them seems pretty good for us. Have we seen this one get all the way to the end? I think we have. Logbook. Is it this here? Yeah, we've seen both, just not the draw. So this is actually kind of tempting. But let's stick to our guns here. Let's stick to the build we've chosen. Plus we've done spikes, I think the last 2 times we had this champ. Them starting on every floor, we deal with a little better than usual, since we have that middle floor that's already set up. So, I think this is fine. We can let those guys go up if we want. They'll do, you know, a total of 6 damage to the pyre. I'm pretty okay with that. That said, we do have 2 para-sweep units. So we could just as easily do this and maybe put this guy out front to tank a little bit. I don't think we need to use this right now. Like we could resolve he gets stronger. Yeah, we could keep this guy dazed for a couple turns, but I don't think we need it right now. This fourth floor setup is awesome. Granted, we'd prefer better units in here than train stewards, but having our tank out front and our multi-strike unit at the back is like perfect. Could hardly ask for better. This is good. We can play... Could play this, but I think it's important that we keep her alive this time. Giving that unit a heal will be good, and then let's just hit... What do you do? Oh, you just recover some HP for them. There we go. You're already dead, you guys are already dead, so we're doing fine. Okay. You've taken a very small amount of damage, so that this doesn't seem that useful. We'll just do this. That really keeps her alive. We can use this on him, but right now obviously doesn't make a lot of sense to. We could deal 6 times 3 is 18 damage with that, or we can do this, which makes the most sense. Nice, they got swapped, so this guy's at the back. We don't care about killing him because he doesn't do damage. We just care about this guy. Is this the front enemy unit? Yeah, it is. Let's see. Why don't we make... I do like making her stronger because, you know, it's 3 times 3 since she's attacking 3 times, so, you know, it's getting 9 extra damage. And that makes a lot of sense. But, making her stronger since she's early on also seems really good for us. I think we'll not cast that, so might as well cast the rest of what we got. You're not going to take any damage and you're already at full health, so I don't have to worry about that. Probably would have made more sense to use the targeted one on that guy, let this guy move up and then but it doesn't matter. We'll use this just to get the draw for next turn. And then we'll keep the heals up on her. And there's nowhere for this train steward to go. They didn't get swapped, unfortunately. I think there's a good chance we could kill this guy. This just has to hit the right unit. Well, that works too. So, all in all, that went quite well. No pyre damage and bottom floor win. So that was about as good as it could possibly go. This is highly interesting. I will take it. This could be good. So I'll take that as well. It already consumes, so I don't have to worry about it. Oh, but it consumes kind of thing, but I think we're gonna go this way so that we can upgrade our units. Also, we can get rid of some of the train stewards for free here. Let's start with that. Look, we're making a solid third floor. We don't want train stewards gumming it up. This is interesting. It's good for this. Mostly good for this, or neutral. But bad for a lot of these. Good for these. I mean, it's more bad than good, probably. Just because of how many cards we have that are 0 or 1. But I mean, a lot of them are units as well. Excuse me. And we know that we kind of drawing +3 every turn. I think I should try it. This could really make or break the run, but I'm hoping it'll make it. He's already full up on that, so unfortunately I can't give him multi-strike. I was thinking maybe I could, and then I'd swap their health and attack. I could also try that on him. Give him a whole bunch of health and then swap his health and attack when it makes sense. Otherwise, I'm not really crazy about these upgrade choices. Like, the only reason I would do that is if I was going to swap her health and attack. I can do this because this unit currently does kind of go on its own. Unless it gets summoned on the middle floor, in which case it's still good for it to have that health. So let's do that. And then that does give me a target for the swapping. Also, I think it's worth paying to remove another one. Maybe, yeah, let's do 2. Let's get rid of both of them. Spell shield. We do some spell damage for sure. I need to get to a spell shop, I think. You do have stealth, that's kind of annoying. But I think we can manage because we have a strong second floor. Or at least we should, hopefully. Yeah, that's beautiful. Seeing this guy out front is basically all I need to feel good about it. And then it doesn't matter if they have stealth. This being more expensive is a little unfortunate for us. That kind of takes care of that, though. This give us 3 stings. I think they will still cost 0 because it's created, not drawn or whatever. Yeah, when you draw a card. So with it, we could definitely could kill this guy and then break his spell shield. It's not crazy. But what else do you do? This? Yeah, that's fine too. I guess this would have drawn more cards next turn. We do want to get that unit. So I think this makes sense. What is this? Still cost 3. So you're at the back here, so we are going to flip your health and your attack. This is free, so we might as well. I do wish I could have had a affordable version of this. Let's put this on the triple strike unit. Oh, good thing they swapped. Oh man, we are kind of getting hosed on these numbers. They're all higher than they would normally be, except for this. They're all dead. You're taking 12. I think we do need to do this just to keep her going. And then maybe this, hopefully I was gonna say hopefully we get a kill. Just one would have been good, but we did not. This guy going last is kind of not the best, obviously, because he has sweep, so if they're all dead, it doesn't really help. This guy's still got quite a bit of health, so I'm gonna put the heal on her. Do want her to have that. Let's just keep healing her. Nice. And then we're hosed by some of that cost. I'm gonna do this so that we get to break that and we get 3 extra draw next turn. And then I think this is a good choice. And then might as well. So the boss is coming. That almost helps the boss, although I guess we can kill these units out front a little easier. Okay, figure out what we gotta do here. Start here. Let's double buff her. This is gonna discard something, so I want to make sure I cast the right stuff first. That getting rid of the front unit's nice. Do 5 times 5, is that right? So you do 25 damage. What if we buy a couple more turns? 60 damage at least. This is nice. These things having the chance to cost us some energy is kind of annoying. Man, this boss gets so many attacks. Five attacks is ridiculous. I like this, I think. Although, now that I think of it, I gotta consider, and we're gonna take this, we gotta consider the fact that the cost is not something we can trust. So, don't take 0 cost spells unless it's a really good one. I'm tempted to go this way again, but maybe. See, one of the main things I usually try to do with spells when I go upgrade them is make them cost less, especially when it's like a 3 cost or even 2 cost. So now that their cost is going to be randomized, it's kind of like I don't know if I should go try to make them cost less. I mean, obviously I shouldn't try to make them cost less, but maybe I should go make them somehow better. I think we should kind of remove some of these. We can make these stronger. What do we have for units? We want to upgrade her like crazy for sure. You guys are both fully upgraded. You're fully upgraded. So we really only have the one unit that we want to fully upgrade, or even just upgrade at all. And there's no unit gain on either side, so let's go this route actually. Just because we don't have very much to do there. And we'll see what we get out of this first. This lets us purge something, right? Yeah. So let's purge one of those frozen lances. They were kind of what I was planning to cut anyways, so nice to get a one-time big use out of it. Similarly, we can do that for the other frozen lance. Is there something that this really... we could do this. Although if we draw it and it's like a really expensive cost, like if it costs 3, that'd be kind of annoying. Otherwise, I kind of like it as like a, you know, just in case we draw a hand of lots of really expensive stuff and we don't like what we have, we can just throw away the rest of our hand and hope for something better. But because it kind of, yeah, I mean, it can cost a lot. I figure we should not do that. Just doing a little extra frostbite's nice. Can make that a little better too. We'll go with this one though. And we'll apply this to maybe one of the restores. That way they heal a real amount. I could pay to get rid of some more of those base cards, like the restores that haven't been upgraded in the Frozen Lands. But I'm not sure I want to get rid of those spells yet, or if I just want to upgrade them or something. So we got spell shields and armor to deal with. Usually one of the easier ones to deal with, honestly. This is again a pretty solid floor. I don't know if this somehow knows to put the tanky unit out front. Like if that's a thing that's supposed to happen or if we're just getting really lucky with it, but I am not complaining. So you're gonna take 6. Let's give you a heal, which also deals damage. This isn't worth playing. We can definitely stand not to play this, so we might as well play this. I hope it doesn't discard this though. Of course, playing this isn't worth a lot either. So I guess we'll just do this. And here we go. This is kind of expensive, but since we have it now and we have the mana, I figure it's worth it, and we can keep that going just like last time. Getting a little bit of damage in on the boss while it's out there, that's nice. Ooh. I think that's a good use of it, even if he can stand to have a little more health. What do you have? Incant. Like this'll kill all 3. They're gonna do 6 damage, it's not a ton. I'm doing 5 down here, which also isn't a ton. Let's just try that. We did 30 somehow to this guy. Oh, he must have incanted partway through and then we broke 10 off, but no, because he's got 10 armor. Oh, he must have came in with armor, that's what it was. So this hits the front enemy unit, which means it wouldn't work. This also hits the front enemy unit, which means it won't work, but we'll just work on that spell shield for free. I think we cast this mostly just to get the card draw. We can do this to save any damage to this guy this turn. And then obviously these don't do much. I mean, we can apply this weakness to them, but I don't think we need to. Although we did just give him some more armor. Do you get 20 armor from Incant? Because that's what it looked like he just got. 10. Maybe I cast 2 spells there and didn't think about it. Well, we're going to be casting spells around this guy after all, so enjoy your armor. Congratulations, you're real special. That hit him for 5, and that was a kind of dumb play. This is a fine spell in this instance. We hit him for 30 if we heal, so even though the 10 he gains 10, that's still worth it. We could root him. These are both dying. Let's cast that, because that does more damage than he gains shield. You're barely taking any damage. Let's just throw some damage at this unit, I think. By which I mean just break another spell shield. Obviously. You're dead. You're gonna take a bunch of damage for standing back there, which I like. You could use a heal. This one's kind of expensive. We will give you a big buff. We'll attack you with a free sting. Then I think we do really want to heal her, so that's good. Now she's just one away from full. But we only have enough mana for this, so let's put it on her. Kills one of them off, keeps her at full health. You have Harvest, not Incant. So, okay. Let's kill this guy for cheaper. This seems good. We can murder the guy in front. Straight murder him. And I guess we might as well. Oh, it did it 3 times, right? So got both of them. You'll love to see that. Okay, you're an easy kill. Actually, wait, you got 10 armor, so... Oh, because of her. Yeah, so you're not as easy of a kill. You're somehow taking damage. Oh, from the healing, I guess? No, from Frost. That makes more sense. Oh, this is a good one to use here, I think. Now we have a lot of expensive spells. Like, stupid expensive. Okay. I was intending to hit this guy, obviously, but if it wants to go deal some damage to the boss, I'm not too opposed. That seems alright. You aren't making it through there, so good. Oops. Let's do that. Yeah, I know he's dead. Do this for the draw. Might as well finish him off. You're already dead. We could put spell weakness on her right now. I don't dislike it just because I think she's gonna do a final wave soon. Aha! See? And then I wasn't sure if we'd get the thing back. This is a good start since the spell weakness. Yeah, that was good. Card draw for next round, so that's good. There's like no question that she's dying on this floor. So we can do 60 damage, or we can add another 9 damage there. She doesn't have spell weakness anymore, so we can just hit her with these free spells. And, you know, she's already dead, so I don't need to be doing any of this. Nice. Okay. We could apply spikes to our own unit to our champion. That way we get the benefits of spikes and the heals. I often ignore this one just because it requires the units to get up to that third floor. And like we don't really want them to get there and then just to push them up to the pyre where they would take 90 damage. Though that's not bad. It's just it's only useful during those circumstances where the enemies get to the third floor. And you don't want to use this on the boss likely, unless the 90 damage is going to make the difference for you to win. So I'll go with this one. It's a 3-cost spell, which actually now that we have, you know, since we have this, could be beneficial for us. We could get the most out of it, maybe. We might benefit most from energy here, actually. We kind of do our own card draw with those stings, and I don't think floor capacity is going to allow us to add another unit to the middle floor where there's that 4 summon. I think we were well over capacity, so 1 capacity is not going to make enough of a difference. This way is definitely interesting. Being able to buy an artifact could make a pretty big deal. Then again, upgrading our spells could be nice to finally do. We wouldn't mind getting to the Merchant of Steel on this one, despite the lack of duplicate. So let's go this route. Maybe it's a little silly to skip, but I mean, we'll have another chance to do a Merchant of Trinkets down there. See what we get out of this before we spend our money. I do like that. We don't want that because of our champion. It would really hurt us. This unit's never really been in danger of dying. Giving this unit this and then swapping. We could also do this and then swap. And then try to upgrade her with more health and swap. The sweep's like, it's nice, but I mean, I don't know if it's been super amazing. Let's see, it would be 120, whereas right now, that wouldn't be as much. 3 times 28. Yeah. Yeah, I like this option. Just to make him even better. Like he's been our target for that spell every time, and I think it's working well for us to make him our target for that. Sorry, I was just adjusting in my seat. Now, if we could remove consume from something, which we can obviously, what would we want to remove consume from? Maybe this, because it does really nice job of facilitating our the growth of our hand. That said, we don't want a lot of stings coming through because they're 0-cost spells that they're worth 0, but they're not worth 3 or 2 or even 1 usually. Maybe removing consume from this though would be really nice, because it does give us a lot of healing and it works really well with our champion. Could remove it from this to be able to really apply a lot of spell weakness. Sure, let's do that. Might as well take this magic power. And I think one of these is probably... I still don't know... Like, I can see that there's little, stars or something around the 10. But I don't know if that means... Yeah, I think that's just showing that it increases. So I think this is saying that it's going to do... Because 2 times the number of spells we have. We don't have 24 spells, do we? No, because we've got only 27 cards, and we've got more than 3 or whatever units. So this is already adding up the 3 times, right? Am I wrong about that? Man, also 2 times 26 is the actual. No, not 26, 16. Oh man. No. Oh my gosh, I'm sounding so dumb. It's 21, obviously. Ugh. And we do have that. So then, yeah, we do want to put plus 10 on that because it's going to times it by 3. So that is the best choice. This we don't want because it's randomized. This we do want on this. And I think that's probably the best choice. Although, since it is randomized, maybe we don't want it. But because we have this boss that's going to make us consume our cards, we kind of do want it. I don't think we really want holdover on much. It's not really much to gain from holdover. We could put it on this, and then that way every time we play it, we know we're going to start stacking it up like crazy, assuming it comes out at a reasonable cost. But let's save our money. We know we got a trinket merchant coming up. And we're gonna go full rejuvenate build. And let's see what we got here. 400 coins for 8 damage on the non-boss units. I think we can probably manage that. It's gonna hurt on our tanks, which is the 2. We'll see if we get luck. Oh boy. Okay. So we're in a bit of trouble here. Yeah, we're definitely in a bit of trouble there. And this is gonna be full. These 2 units are almost certainly gonna die pretty early on. I think we just kind of have to accept that and roll with it. So this is still the play, since he's gonna be the true tank. Like, we could have swapped his health and then he'd have 125 damage, but then he'd only be 15 health and all 3 of them, well actually all 4 would get wiped pretty quickly. You're enchanting with multi-strike, so we really want you dead. And we can kill you pretty easy. And I think we should. Though this does 26 and this only does 20. So it actually makes more sense to hope this hits him. It did. So now you guys are doing much less damage, which is very good for us. The problem with rooting one of them here is that more units are going to show up behind, and we're going to end up with a bigger wave on the bottom, which we don't really want. This is free. Yeah, it consumes, but whatever. I don't think we... Well, do we gain a lot from this? Not really. We gain 3 damage and 3 health, I should say. But what would we put that on? Maybe this guy, since he's gonna survive. Maybe hurt and hope that we can, like... I think we give up on the fact that those 2 are gonna die. Almost guaranteed. Keep this unit here for now, despite what I said earlier. So they're both dying, and she is dying, much like we expected. This is really good. This being free is kind of nice. This didn't get changed at all, so that kind of sucks. This doesn't consume. So I think we cast that. And then we cast this, and it wipes out the first 2 enemies and almost 3 enemies. And then we cast that for that, and that, and now they're all dead. And then we might as well smack these guys a little bit. We can even save her for another round. This consumes, but whatever. There we go. Sure, why not? Okay, killing this unit, whoa, is essential. What's the best way to do that? No. Nope. Nope. We do want to do this, though. This seems like a pretty solid choice. So let's do this first. That wipes that guy out. Can keep this guy around. We're 10 health down, and this only has the capacity to heal 10. Are we better off healing 10 or doing something like this? Increasing the regen? I don't know. Since we only have 4 mana, we can only cast 2 of these cards, or 1 if we cast this. That means this is going to do 50 damage. This will do 25. How much do we do? 60 when we heal? Okay, this will do actually a lot more. It'll do 110 damage. So, quite nice. This is free and doesn't consume. This is quite nice. Quite nice indeed. And then we'll do that. And I think we'll do this to get more draw on the next turn. More draw. Sure. And I think we should heal this guy, just in case it gets to that point. And then... Dang. Can't get the draw off that. So that's good. We really want to hit this unit. So we want to cast this. But first we should cast this because it's going to deal more damage. Now we can cast this. Good. And it's free. Buddy, look it up. 350 is quite a good amount of damage to be already doing. I think regen will help more than anything else. Yeah, 429. Then we could add 3 per, yeah, sure, why not? 3 damage per round. So this guy's gonna survive, but with like a very small amount of health. Yeah, 81. We can roast that in a single, almost a single attack. A single attack. Single attack. So we actually kept those 2 front units alive just through casting all of the right spells and stuff. That's pretty crazy, actually. This is really really usable when you make it cost 0 or 1, but if it costs 2 or more, it's kind of rough. Similarly, we only want to cast this if it's like cheap. So I think we can afford to skip here. Basically, none of that benefits from our current setup. This one always interests me just from the sense of we could probably make it work through increasing the spell power, and it would potentially do a lot of damage. But we're kind of late for that. Granted, we're probably gonna go. Well, we'll see where we're going. This guy is fine. We could probably afford to put him behind our champion, since we're sort of left with nothing to go back there right now. We haven't gotten very many units, honestly. Like, it keeps summoning. Oh man, the problem with adding that guy is now he might show up on the middle floor. And right now, the way our middle floor goes is pretty solid for us. Though I could duplicate a unit to give us a better chance at something good showing up in the right place. I would really like to upgrade this unit though. And that means going this way. Okay, I'm gonna go this way. Yeah. We're over 1,000 gold. I'm not sure if I've had that much gold before. We do really like this on her. And I would love to get something like multi-strike. Not going to be an option, but we'll just give her another 10 damage then. I mean, she already has multi-strike, so this is better, maybe? I didn't actually look at it. Or didn't do the math on it, but I think that might actually be better, yeah. Bum bum. Is there something we want to cut? I almost think it's worth cutting this unit just because we don't want to end up a situation where this unit is in the wrong position on that floor. So I know I just added it, but yeet. We should go here before we get carried away with anything else. This is quite nice. You play your third spell of the turn. Yeah, I like this. We do get sting spells. We're gonna consume our spells, so I'm not sure if I really want to invest super heavily in this. It's kind of late for this. But card draw, and sure, since we have the money. Do we have any base spells left? We do have 2 basic consumes. We also have these spells. We could stand to probably cut one of them. I don't mind them because we have so many multi-strike units that they're adding 9 damage to this unit and 6 damage to the other units with multi-strike. So actually I don't want to cut spells because we're going to consume spells. So having some yeetable spells mid-match actually seems good. Not to mention, the more spells we have, the better for our one high damage spell. So this is gonna be interesting. Could be pretty rough. Really hope we get a lucky middle floor though. That could make or break this. Oh, we got lucky. We did. That's nice. That is very nice to see. So as usual, you're gonna kind of be here by yourself, which is a bit rough, honestly. We do want to do that. Granted, he'll be in trouble to sweep units, so let's try and give him a little bit of health. Although she will be too. Who does more damage? She does, because she does 69 damage. So yeah, let's keep her alive. This does 3 damage right off the bat, so we could kill this guy. This could kill 2 units if it hits both the front ones. I don't love this, obviously. Though it's only 1 damage, so I guess it's not the end of the world. I don't love that it's affected by our thing, though. Okay, so this will guarantee kill the front 2 units, so let's do it that way. Are you dead? Yes, good. So this is it. This is the case where we could use this to get rid of the consume. And I think we will. This is free, so let's get rid of it. They're both dying. I just want to make sure to keep him alive. Now that this doesn't consume, seems like a good use of it. I do really like that to give her spikes. And now he's going to take the full damage, but that's okay. Though we could drop one of these units down here. But is there a better time for that? Maybe. I'm glad to see that we were able to like completely clear that floor. That gives me some hope. Alright, first spell is going to be consumed. So make sure it's a good one. I mean, not a good one that we want. You know, one that's we're okay with consuming. And this is a good choice because we want the regen ticking on our champion. Plus she's going to take a potentially a lot of damage right here. Although this plus this means less damage for sure. This costs too much. It's really bumming me out, man. Let's do that. Do that. Sure, it'll give us extra draw. We can probably kill this unit pretty easy next turn. Well, not if they go to the back of the friggin' crowd. That's 0 cost. This always consumes, so I think we do cast it. Ah, hand is full. Damn it. That's really shitty, because now we missed out on 2 more of those going through our deck. That's free, so let's get rid of it. Free, so let's use it. Free, so let's try and waste some of them. Get an extra draw by casting this, so let's cast it on him because I don't really want to hold this guy down here. Then we give her... We could give him some health, but we haven't seen any sweep units, so I'm not too worried about it. And this doesn't bother me, him going up there. Why I didn't cast it? Because it doesn't actually remove it from my deck. Okay. I do wish that this would get cheaper for me. This is good though, but we gotta worry about our consume first. So this always consumes, so that seems like a good choice. This also always consumes. So let's do that. Now you're still low enough health that this does a pretty good chunk. They're both dead already. You're taking a good chunk of damage. This will kill the front unit, so I mean, it seems like a good choice. If you ask me. Right, we do need to heal this guy quickly because he's getting kind of low now. First spell we cast is going to have consume. I think we're okay with consuming this now. And then we cast this, or we cast both of these and this. And I think that's probably better. This would give us 3 times 20, whereas this, yeah, this is just better. Even though we're losing spells, you'd think that this is going to be weaker, but it's still doing quite a bit of damage now. Oops. I was going to consider casting one of these other ones first to see if we could take out that front guy who was weak, but didn't happen that way, so that's okay. We have an extra energy, so might as well do that. Come on, heals. This is good. We just want to get rid of a consumable spell. This one consumes already, so let's just use it here. Now, we really need to heal this guy, so even though it's expensive, we're going to do that. She's doing okay, but we can give her another 10 health. These guys are all mostly surviving, unfortunately, but that's okay, as long as we can keep our tanks as healthy as possible. Final wave, okay. Big time. Big moment. 63 damage is not a lot. Nothing to be too excited about. So I think we focus on healing him. Whatever we cast is going to be consumed. Let's just cast it on him. He's dead now. Cast that. This is expensive. Like, it's really crappy that we can't get it to show up with less than 3 cost. This costs 1, so I think it's a good idea to cast it. It'll give us a bit of damage at least. Then this costs 2, which isn't amazing, but $218 to the guy at the back. He has taken some damage already, so it's not nothing. We really wanted our regen spells, but we didn't draw any. Because of course not. This is free, so let's get it out of there. You're only taking $379 out of a 1500. Oh boy. You can buy 2 rounds with this. I do think that's pretty solid. This is literally the worst heal we have. And nice, it drew us more pyre damage rather than any other heal, which would have been superb. So we're gonna lose. I guess we kind of ran out of heals. Yeah, there's no way our pyre's getting through 900 health. Probably still not getting through 400 health, but we did get closer. Imagine if we could have cast stuff on our pyre, make it have spikes or something. Dang. I think it was a kind of a tough one. Going in as Awoken with the Stygian backup against this version of that boss where the spells get removed makes for a bit of a tough run, I think. But thanks for checking me out, and we'll see you in the next one.